I am not a mechanic. So global warming has struck and we've now got sunshine in January, which is rare. It's rare to have sunshine in the summer in the UK. So I'm going to have to take the radiator out, I think, and drain it. The reason being is it's absolutely weeping coolant all over the drive. Taking the bumper off is simple. There are some bolts here at the top and in the center, and then there are some bolts all the way around the bumper and a couple of clips that hold the bumper onto the wheel arch. Other than that, it comes out straight away. Two bolts either side, and then this, once everything's unclipped, will come off. So this just unclips and moves to the side. This is the bonnet catch mechanism. The horn I actually unscrewed, and then I realised I could have just unclipped it. So this is the radiator, and apparently these brackets here, these pushing clips, are what you use to remove it. Before I do that, I need to drain the radiator. So draining the coolant is done via the yellow plug at the bottom of the radiator. Coolant you have to dispose of environmentally now, so I'll be storing this and taking it to the tip probably. There we go. So the next step you don't really need to do, but these covers, as you can see, are absolutely covered in coolant, as is everything else under the car. So I've taken them off. The destination of this car long term is probably going to be towards a track car. So things that I can remove, took out the way, I will. To remove the spring clips, a pair of pliers works well. I actually cut this top hose off because I can just put some silicone on when I put it back together. I don't like spring clips, so I'll probably use some hose clips. Now it is almost impossible to show you what I'm doing here because every time I take my hands off it clips back in, but you've got these clips here and here which push out, so you need like 90-degree pliers and then just push them forwards like that. So yeah, those are the clips that hold the fan shroud on. I'll have to check if there's any underneath, and I'm now going to disconnect the rad hoses. Again, the next part's difficult to explain when you're trying to do the job and record. Fan shroud needs disconnecting, 2 10mm bolts and a clip. I've actually managed to break a bit of the clip. The radiator itself is a real battle to get out. The reason being is you've got the aircon radiator in front, and then you've got a number of pipes behind. You've then got this flappy thing which also makes it difficult to get out. To be honest, I don't know if I do need this, because what it does is it opens up the flaps when the fan's running and closes them when it doesn't. And that is the radiator. And there is the damage. So we're at the point where I can go no further. All I need is the new radiator. If I had the new radiator, I could probably put the car back together and then add the coolant. And I found where all the stop leak went. All of the stop leak went into the bottom of the tank there. So basically I made a few mistakes when I put the stop leak in. So the first mistake is I put it in the coolant tank. It all went to the bottom of the coolant tank. The coolant tank is on the back of the fan shroud. I don't think it even circulated through into the radiator, given by how much is in there. So I need to find a way of securing this, cling film or put tabs on all of the parts and then just tidy everything up. Now the whole job has opened up a number of options for the air filter system, including a nice cold air intake which can come down here, sit behind the bumper and in the wing. I'd have to put the shrouds back on or do it with some form of a waterproofing. I could even remove the wheel arches, but a little bit extreme in terms of spray into the engine bay. So stay tuned and try not to put a screwdriver through your radiator like I did. Now everything is tidied up and tucked away. The only problem I've got is I'm now thinking, throttle bodies. I don't have any money for them. Please donate. Air filter.